Hi, I'm Leo, co-founder and designer of Sorted. Sorted is a hyperscheduler that helps you gain more focus and reduce stress through a technique called hyperscheduling. And I think we can all do with more focus and less stress in our day, right? Before we get into the details, let me give you a brief background of who I am and how Sorted got started. I studied computer engineering, then helped turn around a retail company that we then took public. After that, I did an MBA, worked at Louis Vuitton as an executive, taught coding at General Assembly, where I met Harry, my co-founder of Sorted. I'd say I'm a creatively disorganized person who struggled with task management. The existing techniques and tools didn't really work for me. I tried task management for a few months, and then I'd stop, and then I'd try again, and then I'd stop. Being an engineer, I thought I'd try to build something for myself, which ended up being the first version of Sorted for my personal use. Harry saw me using Sorted and asked if he could try. 6 months later, he came back and said, this was the longest time he was able to stick with one task manager and routine. Should we put it up on the App Store and see what happens? So, long story short, 1.5 million downloads and a few revisions later, we're out to share what we've learned. So first, the problem. A lot of task managers out there are to-do list based, but to-do lists have two major problems. One, they get longer and longer and longer until it's stressful to look at them. Two, they lack commitment. For example, when you schedule a task, say 30 minutes to create a report at 2 p.m., you've committed a time in your day to do it. To-do lists lack this commitment that is so important to getting things done. So scheduling is good, but how you schedule is equally as important. That's where hyperscheduling comes in. And when you hyperschedule, you want to keep three things in mind. So first, you want to schedule actionable tasks and events in a unified timeline. Second, you want the process to be as effortless as possible. Third, you want the schedule to remain flexible. So now, let's get into the details. So, there are three main reasons to schedule everything in a unified timeline. The most important of which is that you don't have to look at different places to find out what to do, which greatly reduces mental load and allows you to focus on what you should be working on at any given moment. That mental energy that you save can now be spent on what you care about and not on figuring out what to do. In Sorted, that extends to the details of each task. For example, you can add attachments, photos, and detailed subtasks for steps in completing any particular task. Second, the process naturally prioritizes. We all have 24 hours in a day, whether you're Elon Musk, or a parent, or a student. When you know how much time you actually have in your day, you'll pick to work on the things that matter most to you. Third, and on that note, scheduling also prevents you from getting overwhelmed with unrealistic expectations. If a long to-do list doesn't fit into your day, then it won't, and you'll know that when you schedule your day. Then you can decide to split those tasks up to multiple days. So that's unified timeline. Next, effortless. The ROI, or return on investment, on task management is not linear. Not doing it is bad, but it's not like the more task management you do, the better. Overdoing task management just eats into your day, and as I've found, can easily become a source of procrastination. So, what if all it takes is a few taps, say 1 to 2 minutes to put a schedule together? Let me show you. In Sorted, you can magic select a few tasks and reorder them. Then tap Auto Schedule and you're done. Now you have a schedule that you can follow. So, when scheduling is this easy, it almost becomes silly not to make it a part of your daily routine. When it's part of your daily routine, that's when the benefits you gain in task management and hyperscheduling can snowball. So that's effortless. Lastly, flexible. Here's a quote for you. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Unexpected things happen. That's why your schedule needs to remain flexible to adapt. Say you have an important client meeting running long by 30 minutes. How do you adapt then? With Sorted, you can use our Magic Select and use the time ruler to shift things down by 30 minutes. That's quick, right? Let me show it to you again. You swipe left and then down to Magic Select, then scroll the time ruler to adjust. Or you can scroll the edge of the time ruler to shift things by hours, or tap a future date to move things around. So with that, you can easily and effortlessly stay on top of your schedule in seconds and adapt to any change that may arise. So, as a recap, hyperscheduling with Sorted helps you effortlessly schedule your tasks and events together, giving you clarity in your day, and bypassing common sources of stress. It gives you flexible tools to quickly adapt to change so you can stay on top of your day. Hope that helps. Cheers and bye.